Hello divine souls, and welcome to today's reading. Today we are discussing the blessings on their way to you. Okay, this could be coming in days, in weeks, in months, in years, but in the near future, whatever blessings are on the way to you is what we're going to be discussing in today's reading. Before we get started, I'd like to put out the disclaimer that tarot and oracle do not deem you to any realities that don't resonate with you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, this is a timeless reading, so whenever it is reaching you, it is relevant to your timeline, to your experience. With that being said, we have two piles to pick from. We have number 73 with restlessness and a smoky quartz, a clear quartz tower, excuse me. And we have number 63 with cast your sacred symbols and a moss agate tower. So I will leave you here with the piles for a few seconds. Take a deep breath, tune into the collective energy, ask your guides to lead you to the pile that contains the messages that are meant for you, and I will see you in your readings. Pile number 1, you picked pile 1 with restlessness, number 73, and the clear quartz tower. So right off the bat, I'm hearing that one blessing that's coming your way is the experience of less restlessness, okay? I think that the cards are going to provide how or why or when, but whatever restlessness you're currently experiencing, you're going to be finding the aid necessary for that to die down or calm down a little bit for you. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling your cards on camera, and we're going to see as we go. We have the Seeker of Swords and the Midas Touch. So the Midas Touch in traditional tarot is the Justice card, just so you know. But from these cards, blessings coming towards you, we have the Scarecrow over here, and in the Wizard of Oz, if I remember correctly, the Scarecrow wishes for a brain, and so one of the blessings coming towards you is the ability to trust your intellectual abilities or even your mental abilities. You'll have more mental clarity, which I think is going to aid in calming your restlessness as well. But also overall, we have like kind of this green thumb, this ability to sit with the self and make decisions and trust your own ability to make good decisions, or even the blessings coming to you is what is needed for you to make good decisions, okay, or decisions that you can rely upon, not decisions made out of desperation or seeking validation, etc., etc. You're also bringing in quite a bit of attention from animals. We have a crow, 2 chickens, a goat, and a horse. So you could be finding a connection with a new animal or starting, I'm hearing like a farm, maybe. We're seeing farm here. So maybe you're going to be blessed with a farm lifestyle. That could be a really specific message for someone. And then over here with the Midas Touch, we also have Justice. So again, whatever caused this restlessness in your life, you're seeing the justice being brought to you. And with this justice is the ability to trust your mental abilities, whether it is intellectual or intuitional. It's kind of going to be this like aha moment you see on this guy's face right here, or this like spark or this fire that just kind of catches, and it's like you're receiving your own download. You're trusting your own information and your own intuition. You get the ability to trust your gut again. That's a blessing that's coming to you in your life. I'm going to keep going with your cards, and we can read from them as we go. So we have Give Back, okay, with lots of joy and color, and it seems like there's children, there's animals again, 2 peacocks and some deer. giving back. It's like almost that you are experiencing the reciprocity of the universe. You are trusting yourself again, and so therefore you're trusting the universe again. That is a blessing in and of itself. And we also have mental repetition. So a lot is going on with your mental space, your mental health. It feels like you're coming back to this grounded space where you're able to make space within your own head and be in control again. It no longer feels like you're counting hours, or you no longer are preoccupied with the eyes that lie upon you. You're kind of in your own world once again. And I think that that might even, coming back to like the farm that I was talking about, is that you're finding your sanctuary, whether it's physical or mental. And it could very much possibly be a mental space, because a lot of this has to do with your mind. But finding a space where you feel grounded enough to heal and grounded enough to trust what it is you are experiencing, and what it is that you are hearing. So when these decisions come up for you, you have the ability and the blessing to be able to take your time and trust yourself to make the decision when it is right, instead of feeling rushed, or instead of feeling like you have to do something a specific way. You're bringing your mental autonomy back. I have a few more decks I'm going to pull from. Let's see what other blessings are coming to pile number 1. I think this one. Okay, so we have 2 of Wands, again with this decision kind of thing. Maybe one of the blessings coming towards you is a specific decision, and the results of this decision is the blessing. It's you, sort of the universe setting you up for making a decision, and the decision that you make is going to be the blessing you receive. You also have the Fool. So I think that either way, whatever you choose, it's not that there's a right or a wrong decision, but when you make this decision, again, it's made with peace, it's made with mental clarity. So you trust yourself that you can let go and sort of look up from all of this chaos or this dark energy that is, you know, society and the world. You're able to look up from this restless chaos, again, is what's coming through. It's like the ability to take a deep breath. That is the blessing that's coming to you. The ability to take a deep breath and know that either way, whatever you choose, you are choosing the correct path. You're connecting once again with your path and your way forward. And you know, it's no longer a, oh, I don't know what I should do. I don't trust my ability to know. You do know, and you do trust it. And then you have 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords, again, you're not going to be exempt from the chaos of life. It will come back to you, but you have the power to exist within it and feel confident within it. You no longer feel like you're being thrown off of your path because there are difficult decisions to be made. You trust your ability to make decisions, so they'll come to you, they'll flow right past you, instead of you being stuck, or instead of you counting or over consuming the ideas behind each one. I have one more oracle deck that I want to pull from, and then we'll read from the whole page. What blessings are coming to pile number 1? This one too. Okay, so first we have Doctor, which says heal thyself. Okay, again, a lot of healing coming into your mental and physical space. A lot of what is necessary, and even this 3 of Swords, I think, is pointing towards necessary detachment. What it means, what it will take for you to find this mental clarity and this mental grounding space, this justice for your restlessness, making decisions that will ground you in your healing. Okay, you are the doctor of your own soul. So what feels like a tough decision, what feels like a heartbreaking decision, ultimately will lead you to your own sanctuary, will lead you to your own peace, because what feels like something stabbing you in the heart is usually a message sent from the universe telling you that whatever it is that you're facing that feels like it is stabbing you in the heart, it is not meant for you, or there is something more meant for you. It's not giving you everything that you deserve. You're not participating in this reciprocity yet, because this energy right here, this darker energy that you feel, again, that feels so chaotic, it's not serving you. So you're making decisions to let that flow past you, like in the Fool. You just get to exist freely. So these decisions you're making, the blessings that are coming your way, are the decisions that's going to be allowing you to exist freely and wholly and authentically. And discovering what that means for you as well is one of your blessings. You also have Bridge that says stay strong and remain connected to what is important to you. So I think that a lot of this mental clarity, this mental repetition, this grounding over here is going to come from getting back in touch with your intentions, or maybe even making that connection for the first time of what your intentions are in being here. What do you want to experience in life? When you think of a sanctuary, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And what about your current life is helping you towards that, or weighing you down and keeping you from getting to that point? What parts of your life make you feel restless, and what parts of your life make you feel like you are in your sanctuary, or that you are justified, that you are clear mentally and physically. I also have, okay, I lied, I have one more. Just some like positive messages to go along with these blessings for pile number 1. Thank you. And it says, control your emotions, feel them, shift them, elevate them, be a master. So one of the blessings coming to you is the ability to experience your emotions in a new light, and in a way that is no longer dissociative. Okay, this restlessness is kind of giving the inability to sit still, because when you do sit still, it feels like your habits lead you to thinking in negative patterns or detrimental patterns, and that's what I was saying. It's all out of habit, all existing or entertaining this energy, the 3 of Swords energy, or the restlessness that you've been experiencing. Again, this clock, like the monotonous part of life, the part that doesn't feel good to you. It's been keeping you from experiencing your life, okay? So I'm hearing that you might experience dissociation, and I think that that's why this mental clarity is so beneficial and such a blessing to you in the coming weeks and months, because you're going to be experiencing life in this new manner. You have the ability to look up from the suffering that you have been exposed to and understand the blessings that are current and possible just by being in control of your mind and shifting the I want to say energy, but environment, shifting the environment of your mind and turning it into the magic and the fantasy. Whatever you daydream about, whatever you fantasize about, whatever you deem as imagination, that is your higher self or your soul speaking to you. So feeding into your imagination, giving your imagination more, because again, your imagination is what brings in this restlessness. Your imagination is what brings in anxiety and depression. So you have a strong imagination, but now redirecting it towards environments that are beneficial and that are peaceful and calming and represent your soul, and not the version of you who is unhealed or who has been traumatized, or the version of you who is still suffering. Healing thyself is coming back to who you would like to be, who you want to be, who you feel best as. Another message you have here, it says, you are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. Exactly. So it's like enjoying the journey, but also knowing that you have exactly what you need in order to experience these blessings. A lot of people, especially if you're stuck in this restlessness or this Three of Swords phase right now, it can feel like this message isn't for you, or it can feel like you don't know what to do or where to go or how to start, but understanding that you're on a journey. You've been experiencing this suffering, and now you're going to be experiencing the healing of your suffering. And that alone is a journey. That alone is a blessing. So understanding that is what can make today more enjoyable for you. Knowing that you don't need to have all of the answers, that even if you don't have the answers, the universe has them. The universe is guiding you. So even if you don't know something today, you know that you are on the path to finding the answer in the future. And that's what's going to bring so much healing to your mental space, is that previously, again, a reason why you feel so restless and so like angsty or so anxious all the time is because someone's been telling you that you need to have the answers. You need to know what you're doing. You need to plan it out, and you need to double check, and you need to think of the consequences. You need to think about all of these different aspects instead of just acting, instead of just going with your heart, instead of just acting from love. And so separating yourself from the influences that have made you doubt yourself previously, or even overwork yourself previously, is what's going to bring in this justice and this freedom and this liberation and the ability to live your life, experience your life instead of survive it, okay? I'm also seeing quite a bit of abundance in new terms. Okay, so again, when we are over here, when you're feeling restless, it's because you feel like you lack abundance in a certain currency. And while that might be true, the universe is sort of pointing out, again, bringing justice to yourself is recognizing the abundance that is current in your life. What colors, what magic is present already for you? Is it your ability to meditate? Is it your ability to daydream and to use your imagination? Is it your ability to be here and to listen to this message and accept it and to actualize yourself and liberate yourself? This justice comes from your own mental space. That's what it's all coming back to, is your own mental space, and you becoming the captain of it. You becoming the one in control. No longer these eyes are the one, these eyes are no longer the ones telling you how to feel and what to think and what to do. You're coming back to whatever you want to do. However you feel abundant is how you're going to be experiencing abundance, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of growth. Like there's a bunch of golden roses over here. There's sunflowers over here, pink flowers. Again, a lot of greenery over on the giving back card. The universe wants to flow through you. It wants to give you growth. It wants to give you these bright, beautiful things in abundance. And you might already have them too. It's about recognizing and shifting your perspective on abundance. Do you agree with the eyes that have made you so restless, or do you want to shift your perspective into an idea of your own perceptions of abundance? What does the universe tell you? What do the animals tell you when you ask them when they feel abundant? When you look to the animals in your life, how do they feel calm? How do they feel clarity, or even just trust in you or the universe or whatever, at looking towards the animals in your life, whether it's nature animals or pet animals or going to the zoo, studying the life of nature and understanding how the universe flows through beings that don't necessarily operate on our systems, right? Like, your dog doesn't really care about how much money you make, but your dog still experiences joy. How can you get closer to that relationship with joy without, again, trying to be so trivial, so back and forth about what is the right way to live your life, instead of just living your life and knowing that it's right because you are here and because you're experiencing it? I'm hearing it like the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. If you let go of your expectations, if you let go of what you have been told to believe, of what you've seen, on social media. I just saw a video Someone was talking about, they were an influencer and they had all of these beautiful, nice things, but they were talking about how they were millions of dollars in debt. That does not represent abundance. You know, why do you even want to manifest the things that you are manifesting? Is it because, again, someone has told you that you should desire these things, or do you truly desire them? If you look at, you know, here's you and your manifestations, here's the money that you need, or no, okay, so here's you, here's the money you need for your manifestations, and here's your manifestations. If you just look at you and your manifestations and take out the middleman, there's going to be like alternative routes of how you get to this place, this manifestation, this condition. And also understanding that there are no conditions that will make you happy. There are no conditions that will give you this freedom. It all comes from within your mind. You can enjoy your life today. You can enjoy your day right now. Deciding to exist with joy. Maybe that's what the decision is too, is deciding to continue down the road of habit, or trying to go down the road of engaging with new habits of love and hope and light and trust. That's going to be hard. Again, building new habits, especially mental habits, as far as like your personal dialogue or your personal beliefs around who and what you can trust, is extremely tough, especially if you've done it for a very long time, or if you've done it from childhood. There's a lot of breaking down that has to happen in order for you to be able to build yourself back up. But if you do it with trust and with love, no matter what, you're going to find the experience that you're searching for, that you're seeking in life. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number one. The blessings again coming to you is a ton of healing, a ton of justice, a ton of ability to come back to yourself and feel grounded in the self, and to let all of this gray matter go. Let all of the stuff that keeps you wrapped up in decision making and in you know, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? Over productivity, overthinking, even letting all of that go, so that you can just be here with the world that is also here with you. You know, the flowers and the birds and the horses, they want to experience you too. So go out and experience them, experience colors in a new light, experience healing, experience love. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to leave you with, pile number one. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and these blessings are coming to you very quickly. Check out my Patreon and or my Pinterest. Both will be linked in the description box below. I'll be posting a list of affirmations that goes along with your reading. I like to use them as like a phone lock screen each week to help me remember, you know, what my intentions are, help me keep sort of these messages at the forefront. But you can use it however you'd like. So yeah, check out the description box, like this video if you can, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Hello, Divine Souls of pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You picked number 63 with the Castor Sacred Symbols and the Moss Agate Tower. Right off the bat, with casting your sacred symbols, one of the blessings coming your way in the weeks, months, days, years is your ability to exercise your magic. Okay, so whether that is you actually studying like your heritage, your ancestral magic, or learning new magic, you're going to be learning a lot about how you can use your magic. And then again, being able to and trusting yourself to use it, casting sacred symbols and using even like spell work or I can't think of the word, spell work or altar work or ritual work. I think that's the word I was going for. But anyways, I'm gonna start pulling cards for you guys today. What blessings are coming to pile number one? I mean pile number two, sorry. So we have the Two of Wands and the Guide of Wands. Okay, so again, Wands is the suit of magic. The Two of Wands is showing a figure kind of leaning over water and discovering the authentic self. She's discovering her truest version. And if you're interested, I've just posted a reading and a guided meditation on my YouTube channel about this card. I've done a guided meditation regarding this card. So if you're interested, it's linked in the the description box below. But for your sake, you're kind of discovering like the magic, you know, your fairy wings, your own features and abilities and divine gifts that make up you. You look into this reflection not in vain, not in romanticization of the self, but in a sort of self-discovery way, okay? You're looking out of curiosity. And then the Guide of Wands over here, we see a figure kind of, again, commanding his own like path, I guess is what we see, like leaving home, leaving what you've grown up with, leaving what you've known all your life to come down this new path, and to do it joyfully, do it with music, do it with even maybe a group of friends or people that you find on the way or you know already, and you're going forward. You might even be doing it alone, and these could be your spiritual support, your guides, or different fairies that are trying to help you and support you in discovering your magic. It could be fae magic even that you're finding. We also have a little bunny rabbit in both of these cards. I just want to point that out, and 2 sheep and a swan. So any of those animals could be pointing something out to you. We have 2 butterflies. It seems like there's a lot of magic in the small things in your life, I'm hearing specifically. And also in both of these, well, I guess it is the wand being represented, but seeing the wand or finding a tool, or, you know, it could be anything. It could be like a stick of cinnamon if you want it to be, but using something to help train your brain to understand what it even feels like to cast magic, okay? Starting that sort of process and discovering what magic is for you. Continuing on with your cards, what blessings are coming for pile number 2? We have nurture, okay, and we see kind of a mermaid figure with wings. I don't know if that's a different kind of creature with a different name, but quite a magical creature, you know, to be honest. And again, sort of sitting by the water and looking into the reflection and being one with the water. So specifically for you guys, connecting with water could be extremely helpful right now, could bring its own blessings. You might find water extremely healing. We also have growth. Okay, so one of the blessings coming to you is growth itself, okay? And that seems to be sort of this expansive spiritual growth or understanding, and again, like discovering the multitude of the self, the where your magic comes from, whether it's the higher self or your ancestors, whether there's a line of it or something you're discovering on your own. It's really coming to you in a strong way. I'm hearing even maybe in your dreams that you're getting glimpses of this magic. You might be seeing angel numbers. You might be seeing clues that are hinting you towards honing this craft and honing your relationship with yourself, nurturing yourself in order to be ready and prepared for this growth. I'm going to keep going with some more oracles. What blessings are coming to pile number 2? Thank you. We have angel. Okay, tap into your higher wisdom. Right, so again, knowing that you are sacred. I think that maybe over here in the Guide of Wands, what you've known all your life is a dimmed version of you, whether it's through parenting, conditioning, etc., something, someone, sometime has told you that you are mundane or normal or boring or even weird. And one of the blessings coming to you is repairing your relationship with yourself, nurturing yourself to know that the weird things about you that, again, I was kind of thrown off with like the mermaid and the wings, those weird things about you are what makes you so divine. And understanding that divinity is what comes to, like, that is your source of magic and power. That's your ability to cast your sacred symbols. You find your power in finding yourself and finding your star self. Again, we have wings again. So I'm guessing that with your authentic self, you do have probably a set of wings. We have cell phone, which says polish your communication skills. So I think this has to do with your, like connecting to your spirit guides, your communicating with your spirit guides. So again, starting that altar work or starting some sort of habit or discipline that connects you on a daily basis to the magic you are discovering, to the blessings that you are welcoming into your life. Tapping into your higher wisdom. This could even be communicating with your higher self, but being open to receiving messages. It's like turning the ringer on for these spiritual messages to come through. And one of the blessings coming to you is going to be a multitude of messages. You might even, it might be a book that you find your way to, or it might even be just the inner knowing, the clairvoyant knowledge that comes straight to you, of knowing how to do your magic and how to wield your wand. Here are some tarot cards we're going to throw out there. What blessings are coming to pile number 2? Thank you. Let's see. We have the moon. Okay, very exciting with number 18. So one of the blessings coming to you is an understanding in cycles and cyclical magic. Okay, so again, rituals might be a really big piece for you in discovering your magic. You could start with sitting with the new moon or the full moon, whatever's coming up sooner, yeah, whatever's coming up next for you. Do a little bit of research on what you can do to sit with the moon and indulge in the magic of the moon and connect with yourself through the energy of the moon. When it's full moon or new moon, either way, the moon kind of propels us in different ways towards our magic and connects us towards our higher self and our guided team. So that's really exciting. We also have the Chariot. Yes, okay, so you're being carried forward. You are being moved forward. You're being moved towards your magic and towards your spiritual team. We have another 2 birds. We have 2 more birds, and again, water flowing, and you kind of see that with the moon too, but water flowing. So you might be finding fluidity in your own relationship with yourself. You might be finding new identities, new names to go by, new relationships with the way you dress, the way you present yourself, you know, just sort of like expanding your acceptance of self. It seems like, again, in this old outlived version or this hometown version of you, it might have been a limited or a confined version of you, and you get to like skip forward. I think that these two, the Chariot and the Guide of Wands, have the same energy of just kind of like getting to skip down the lane happily, like freely. You get to wear whatever you want and do whatever you want with your hair, but you get to experience your life. Like it's sort of a self-liberation of freedom that you're discovering, and that is such a huge blessing for you. And we also have the 10 of Swords. So with the 10 of Swords, it's kind of pointing out like what has held you back from your magic thus far. Like it's always been with you, but you've had a series of wounds or suffering that have hit you pretty deep and have made it pretty hard for you to trust yourself or to trust this divinity within yourself, which is why this nurture card came up so early, is that in order to trust your magic, you have to nurture it. You have to nurture yourself. It also might include nurturing your child self, coming back to the softer sides of you. That's probably why we see the bunny rabbit and you know, twice, and we see the lambs. We're seeing this softer version of you. So engaging this softer side of yourself could also be very empowering for your magic, and discovering who you are when you don't have your guard up, when you don't have your walls built so strongly around you. So the 10 of Cards is pointing out to you the blessing that comes with healing your wounds and moving on from them instead of claiming them as parts of your identity, right? Your identity is whoever you want to be, not what has been done to you, right? I have another deck for little messages to go with you, you know, to go along with your blessings. So we have Sip in air without rushing towards the future. The present is worth enjoying. Exactly. So we see the path. You know you're on a path. You know you're going somewhere. You know where you want to end up. But also we see again here the still water of enjoying what it feels like to be still and to sit in the still water and accept what you see when you are still. Sip in the air without rushing towards the future. Yeah, enjoying your life now instead of waiting for the right conditions to feel joy or to feel okay even. And that could also help with healing these wounds, is knowing that right now, as you are learning right now today. You are working towards your goals each and every day. But getting there, being at the end of your journey, is not exactly the point. It's experiencing the journey as you go. And again, when you make it to where you're going, you'll have another journey to go on. So you might as well enjoy yourself today as you are. And that will also help as you discover who you are at your core. Instead of feeling like there's something that you need to fix or do in order to feel satisfied, right? Another message you have says, let all distractions float by. Concentrate on the things you really want, okay? And I think that that's why we see kind of this flowing, even with the Ten of Swords, this flow, is that the suffering has happened, now let it flow by. As you experiment with different identities and different ideas regarding the self, let it all flow through, and what deserves to stay will stick with you, and what should keep going will go. And that goes for relationships, career, really any avenue of life that you're thinking about, examining through with this information. Keep in mind the idea of flow and the idea of fluidity. And even if you decide something today regarding your identity or something you've discovered today, it could very well change tomorrow. And that is okay. That's part of learning something new. That's part of discovering your magic, is discovering that there's so many pieces that you're not even aware of yet. And so it's going to just keep building and keep moving forward. But for today, this is what you know. This is the magic that you have. Use it. Enjoy it today. Revel in it today. And experience the self today rather than waiting for when you're ready. You know what I mean? There's always going to be someone, and I said this in pile number 1, so maybe you want to check out pile number 1 too, but comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're comparing yourself to other magical people, or people that you see as your goal, or a free expressed version of their own identity, don't compare yourself any longer. Just take notes and understand you too can discover yourself through your own growth, through nurturing yourself. You have just as much, in fact, an unlimited amount of magic to discover. And this freedom is coming to you, this ability to skip along and feel like you have no responsibilities, you have no blockages or limiting beliefs anymore that are going to keep you from experiencing this joy. That is the blessing coming your way, is the freedom. Nothing is tying down this figure here or this figure here. These 10 of Swords are removed from your life because you decide to remove them. And even with your sacred symbols, and I see even like the finger casting the symbol, you could benefit from a cord cutting ceremony. That's always helpful, especially even if you're cutting the cord from a thing or an experience or an identity. Whatever doesn't serve you anymore, whatever you don't resonate with anymore, let it go. Do not let it sit within your mental space because the world has told you that that is you, or that's a part of you. Let it go and live your life, experience your life with love, and you will be feeling the weight of these blessings for sure. So that's all I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. If you have a chance, check out my Patreon and my Pinterest. I always post a list of affirmations that goes with each reading, and I like to use it as like a phone lock screen each week, or every reading, just to help me remember, my intentions and keep this energy with me wherever I go, because I always have my phone, but you can feel free to download them and do whatever you like with them. So yeah, if you have the chance, but otherwise keep these blessings in your mind. They are on their way to you in the days, weeks, months ahead, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.